Well, good afternoon, Springport. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you had a really nice holiday break, and now that we're all back together, we're really excited to introduce one of our new staff members. Dr. Tina Giambattista is here with us today. This week is her first week officially with us. Dr. G, welcome to Springport and welcome to our weekly update meeting.
Good afternoon. I am very thrilled to be here, and I appreciate the introduction. My third day in, it has been quite exciting. I've been out to a few buildings, and I plan on getting out to some more within the next 2 weeks.
Well, we're certainly happy to have you with us, and also we'd like to welcome back Erin Crew, our Director of Communications, Marketing, and Media. We're happy to have her with us as always whenever we have our weekly update. So, hi, Erin.
Hello. So Dr. Giambattista doesn't know this, but we're just going to bombard her with questions to learn more about her being our newest RAM here at Springport. And she even has the RAM hat to go with it. So Dr. Giambattista, that is quite a mouthful. Do we call you Dr. Giambattista? What do you prefer we call you here at Springport?
Thank you for asking. Yes, it is quite a mouthful. So I mostly go by Dr. G in buildings, and informally, you can call me Tina.
I'll go with Dr. G. That seems a lot easier and less stumbly coming out of the mouth.
Yes.
So you said that you've been here for 3 days, which is, we're jumping right in to everything. So far you've been out to a few buildings, you've been in some meetings. Give us your top high-low for your first 3 days, if you will.
My top high definitely was meeting my staff, meeting my fellow colleagues, getting to know the building, meeting everyone here at the central office, and just becoming acquainted with the community here. The lows, if I would have to put at the top, is getting used to the technology here. I am coming from very different platforms with respect to our student services, the student management system, the IEP software, etc. So that's been a little bit of an adjustment, but I'm a team player, so I'll just push forward.
I would have thought, I heard you might have stumbled onto 422 coming from one building to another.
Yes.
Depending on the time of day, that could be a major low.
There is one thing about me. I am not very good at directions, so it is going to take me some time and the use of my Navi to get to each building. However, I did make it to work this morning without navigation, although I did hit some traffic, a couple of school zones. So I'm working on it.
So Dr. G, I think one of the questions maybe some of our community members are wondering about is, what is your role compared to, like, before we had one assistant superintendent who kind of did everything under the umbrella of assistant superintendent. And now that we've kind of broken things out, maybe just talk a little bit about what your role is and what your responsibilities are and what your areas of focus might be.
Sure. And I admire, as I had spoken to you before and your predecessor, the assistant superintendent covering all of the facets of this district was quite a daunting task. There's a lot of different areas to cover. So now that it's been split into two, my main focus is special education and student services. And so I cover supervisors under special education. We have 4 special education supervisors, and we cover all of K-12 special education programming. So on the student services side of this position, I oversee school psychologists, school counselors, and school nurses. We also have 504 students that is covered by the American Disabilities Act, and other student services would include the homeless, homebound instruction, and any of the other related student services needs K-12 within the district.
So we've heard about talk of a parent group that's being started that you'll more than likely be in contact with. We also have our special education supervisors this year rolled out monthly workshops for our families. So far, they've held 2. We're looking to have the next one in January and then continue that on throughout the new year. So how do you see your involvement in these 2 initiatives with our special ed workshops and then supporting the parent group as well?
Great question. So the difference between the both is primarily the workshops that our supervisors are creating and conducting for parents are driven by the district. Whereas the parent group is a parent-driven group. However, I will help to facilitate that group by working collaboratively with them on framing out what they want as far as their parent committee and their goals for the organization moving forward.
Sounds like a lot of really exciting new pieces coming here to spring forward with the addition of this program.
Well, we appreciate it. We've got a great team here. We've got great people, and you know, our students need some support, and we're doing all that we can to help provide them that with the staffing and with whatever resources we can allocate. So we're really excited about some of the changes that are occurring and look forward to seeing what the long-term impact is going to be.
And Bob, I do have one question for you. We've seen in the news a lot last week, this week, probably next week as well, discussion on masking. We know that the mandate's being lifted January 17th, which is a day off for us, so it'll be the 18th. We already have a board vote in place, how we'll address that, but there's been a lot of confusion about December 4th, December 8th, what's happening locally. What happens if all of a sudden the mandate's gone between now and the 17th? Can you answer that question?
Yeah, that's a very good question. And there is a lot of confusion around it because whether or not the order was done properly is really where the legality is coming in. And depending upon the outcome of the court hearing, will determine what our next steps are really going to be. So where we are right now is the order is back in effect, and there was some language saying that it was going to expire on December 4th. Recent language came out that was extended to at least the 8th of December, because that's when they're going to hear arguments on whether or not the order was able to be done in the way that it was. So for right now, the order is back in place, and it will be in place until at least the 8th of December. And based on the 8th, we'll determine what's going to happen after that. So let's say, for example, that the order is found to be not able to be upheld. We go right into our health and safety plan. Our health and safety plan has things covered based on levels of transmission for right now. So that would kick in the very next day. And right now we are at a high level of transmission, so masking would still be required. So whether that would happen on the 4th or the 8th or whatever the case may be, that's where we are right now. As of January 17th, the order would be officially lifted in case it would be found to be allowed to be upheld. And that being the case, the order would be lifted on the 17th, and our revised health and safety plan that was approved in November would then go into effect.
And for the revised health and safety plan, its mask is recommended. And we're going to probably share more information about the difference between recommended and optional in the coming weeks as we get a little bit closer, but we are still recommending our students and staff wear masks when in buildings come that January date.
That is correct.
Okay. We'll keep an eye on all of the mask discussion for everybody and give updates when we have them. Might be different from day to day.
It does change frequently, but we'll try and keep everybody in the loop as much as we can. So that's where we are at this point. Again, today's weekly update was really about introducing Dr. G to our community and to our team, and we're very happy to have her. Again, Ms. Prue, thank you for joining us on Weekly Update. And that's all we have for this week. We hope you have a fantastic week. Thanks for watching, tuning in, and have a great day. We'll see you next week. Take care.
I know this is going to be on a blooper reel.
Well, I've been recording for an hour, so we've got plenty of blooper to go around. You can be talking, we can't hear you.
That's gonna slow down the process a bit.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Nope. We can't hear you.
Yeah. Well, I guess I offended her. I don't even know what to say.
Did you close yourself out or was it your computer? Is she coming back in?
I don't know. She said she was gonna try. Can you run it back to Tina? She looks very needy right now. Thanks. Bye.
Hold on, she's coming back in. It's all blurry.
Trying to get it not blurry.
It's no, it's just blurry.
My head is really shiny.
So you can hear us. You can't hear us. You can hear us. It might be hard for her to come back in because I accidentally recorded her as being like suspicious.
I can hear you. I can hear you quietly through the wall, and your voice through the wall doesn't line up perfectly with your lips, so that's kind of fun to watch too.
You know,
I see your hands moving, so you're not frozen.
that's